Good morning, everyone. We are in the beautiful New Haven, Connecticut, and it is a little later than I planned on being up. It's 8:30, and we are about to start our long run. And so the plan for today is to run from my friend's apartment complex here to West Rock State Park, and that's like 3.5 miles from here. So unfortunately, we got to get a good bit of road running before we get really started, and then just run around that park. It's huge. I mean, like, there's like trails that go like there's an FKT, a fastest known time, that connects West Rock to the Quinnipiac Trail, and it's 50 miles. So you're not gonna explore all of it, but yeah, just run around that park on those trails, probably north quite a bit of ways until I just get too tired or to go on, or run out of water and get dehydrated or something, and then call my friend to come pick me up. So that's the big plan. Look at this poor kid here raking up the leaves from this downed tree from Isaias. God, Isaias. And yeah, anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Also, hope you like the stash. It's back. This is probably the most ridiculous it's looked since I've ever had one. But yeah, so we're gonna get started. I'm probably not gonna film anymore until I get there in about half an hour or so. Okay, so we've made it into the park finally. Took a wrong turn once, so it was extremely close to 4 miles from the apartment, but it's all right. Good warm up, some casual road hills, and now this is real fun begins. So right now we are heading south and up, and what I'm gonna do is go around the south loop of the park and ascend the cliff face to get the legs moving early, and then we'll get to this really cool overlook up at the top of this trail here, and that's the most southern point of the park. And then we're just gonna head north along the ridgeline for as long as my legs can take me. I've never been here before. I don't know what trail I'm actually on right now. Oh, I've been over here before. Never mind. I'm gonna hike a little bit. Got a long way to go. And the time that you make up running uphill versus hiking is very minuscule. Maybe like you might go up in descent twice as fast. So
that's a 10-minute ascent, then you'll save 5 minutes. But in the grand scheme of a 31-mile race or longer, 5 minutes is nothing compared to the energy that a hiker might save. In fact, if I was actually in a race, I probably would have hiked all that, but or nearly all of it. But I also want to train my aerobic skills and running uphill. It's definitely going to help with that a lot. That's going to be the hardest part. So those climbs come 1 month from now when we're in Maine. A hut. So I think I'm going north right now. I'm not really sure. Sun's over there. It's still the morning. That makes that kind of east. So I'm at least going kind of north. I just don't know. Like, am I close to a trail? So I didn't want to cut back, follow the blue line, because it kind of seemed like it was gonna go back south. But I'd like to get on an actual trail and not like this shitty asphalt road or whatever. Asphalt's rock road. So hopefully there's a trail marker up ahead somewhere that I can get off of this on too. We are just about 6 miles in, just under 6 miles. See, this is what it's all about. You know, New York City may not have the most options for interesting running, but it does have some good ones, and that I really appreciate, come to appreciate. But that's not why you do it. You run in New York, you get out of what you can, at least for me, sorry, speaking for me, so that you can get out here and do this. When the time arises, the opportunity presents itself. This is just great. But like, you're just challenging your body in such a unique way. Just out here, no one else around. I mean, we're not like totally off the grid. I mean, it's a really nicely marked trail, but just alongside the cliff, running on the rocks. No one but you, some music, or the sound of nature. for hours. Just testing yourself physically and mentally and just having fun. And then the true best part is when you get back and you get to eat so much, which I'm looking forward to. I love the food in New Haven. I mean, New York's obviously great too, but I don't eat out much in New York. Honestly, it's choice overload. And also like pandemic. But New Haven, great food options for the size of the city. Really incredible. Would recommend, especially the Thai food. It's a lot more enjoyable than when I was in Beacon 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's just not bouldery. At the end of the day, it's rocky. Thank God I have these shoes instead of the Trail Pegasus, but it's not, I'm not climbing over boulders, except for one or two. Not nearly as much as in Beacon though. And that whole thing was just rocks on rocks. Could never really get going. This, definitely really rocky, but easier to extend the legs a little bit. Also just less straight up and down. A little more gradual, undulating pattern. So this trail really has it all, from like shallow undulating hills to flats to old asphalt roads to steep rock climbs, now to a riverbed, and now a residential community. There's the trail marker. We are just in, I don't know, Hamden, North Haven, I have no idea. Some town north of New Haven now, trying to find the next part where the trail picks up. And sorry, I'm filming on my phone right now. I didn't feel like getting the camera out of the back of my backpack. Stopping to do that right now. All right, we are on the steep ascent. Legs are getting pretty toasted. It's hot out. The hills are getting taller. Everything's going dark. No, just kidding. Just being dramatic. But we're here. We're on the trail. I just saw a sign that said 2 miles to Sleeping Giant. So I can't say, you know, while I was at school here, I ever thought I would run, hike, whatever, to Sleeping Giant from school, but we're making it. We're making it happen. One step at a time. If I can figure out where I'm going anyway. It's like actually ridiculous how many fallen trees there are on the trail. I would say too many. Almost like it's planned. But that could just be because I'm only on the trail and there's fallen trees everywhere. Or maybe because there's nothing in the way for them to fall onto the trail. But it just seems like a lot. But we made it out of the residential community. It was a good mile. Just running through a little, I don't know, suburb. And now straight back up. I don't know how much further we're gonna go, but we're gonna keep going. Because while I'm slow, I'm moving forward. I'm not as dead as I was at Hudson Highlands, 14 and a half miles in. I mean, 14 and a half miles, that's when I was finishing. I'd been dead for 3 miles by then. Spiderweb. But we're still moving. Still making good forward progress. I can still run some. I'm just not, because it's straight uphill. But I'll jog a little bit in just a second here. Just want to give a status update. We're going. This is a house. I just walked through someone's ancient house. And this is a tree on the trail. What'd I tell you? Like clockwork. All right, we 15 and a half in. Still going. Let's see it. Look at this. This is outrageous. Ah. Well, we lost there again. I think we're on Quinnipiac's campus, technically. Oh, there's a marker. There's a marker going that way. Aha! So that big hill up ahead, mountain, rock, whatever you want to call it, escarpment, must be Sleeping Giant. That's exciting. So we got lost. I swear the trail marker pointed actually the other way down the road, and I ran down it like 400 meters and there was no more trail marker. The road just kept going. So then I turned and went the other way, Oh shit. Never mind, there it is. It was this way. Huh. Just a very widely dispersed trail marker. Okay, cool. We found it. I figured I would just run towards that rock if all else failed. You really can't go wrong. But in the interest of hydration, I might see if I can't stop and buy a Gatorade here, because I'm definitely running on low and have been rationing a bit more than I'd like. So let's do it. Okay, so we got our Gatorade. This is a pretty big break. Normally I would just call it at this point. I stopped the watch, but like whatever. I could just call it. I might just call it. But I figured I didn't want to hit save yet, just in case I mustered the energy to go up there. I don't know, maybe I should conserve and not blow myself out. I've put in pretty good work today. We're just over 3 hours, 16 miles, so way faster than Hudson Highlands. Probably not as steep as elevation, but not bad either. Realistically, now that I've just stopped, it's gonna be too hard to keep going again. But anyway, it's a pretty good run. Feel pretty good about it. This is incredible. This is the best thing that I've ever ingested now that I've just, been out here for over 3 hours and minor hydration. Recap, I actually felt pretty good most of the time. Nothing catastrophic happened. I don't feel nearly as dead as I did 2 weeks ago. Feel more fit. Still dehydrated. I think I need to get like another water container for these long runs, because especially when it's hot like this, like over 80 degrees, just the 600 milliliters is not enough. Like I was okay today. I felt more like I wasn't dying as hard as I was 2 weeks ago, but I was definitely underhydrated, not dehydrated, but underhydrated. So I'll invest in something or some sort of maybe filter so I can just drink like sitting water. I know they have those, but yeah, overall pretty good. Let's just call it. Our pace was 11:20. It's really not bad considering all the hills and stuff. A few clock stoppages in there, just to like when I got lost once or twice. So I mean, if you can look at the elapsed time on Strava to see what the total was. It was probably closer to 12 minutes. 2,160 calories burned apparently. Really slow cadence, obviously, for the hills. 16.39 miles. So pretty good haul. Heart rate was averaged at 147. But yeah, I'm gonna drink these Gatorades. I'm gonna call my buddy and hopefully he'll come and pick me up the next half hour. Good work out there today though. Until next time.